Hey, you possum peeps! Today is Friday, April 26, 2024, and you're watching The Weekly Paw. Hi, my name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the editor-in-chief and co-publisher of Pet Lifestyles magazine. It has been a quiet week, to say the least. Between Passover and the New York City public schools being closed for spring break, New York has been a virtual ghost town. Peace and quiet. Well, that is until Monday, when the insanity begins again. Do me a favor. If you have friends who are Jewish, or even folks who you know as an acquaintance are Jewish, please just take a moment to wish them a happy Passover. With the meteoric rise in anti-Semitism in our country, every little bit of love for our Jewish neighbors can help calm the waters. Onto the news. Last night, I got laid. Yes, I know, it's cheesy. It's an oldie but a goodie, to say the least. You know, in all seriousness, when you go to an event that is all about Hawaii, receiving a lei is one of the most beautiful things you can possibly get. It puts a smile on your face. It somehow makes you feel refreshed and happy. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. So, in all seriousness, earlier this week, I told you I was heading to a special media night for an event called the Aloha Market. It's a pop-up by Mana Up Hawaii at Shopify New York's SoHo space. What an absolutely brilliant event. From the minute I walked into Shopify's stunning space, I felt like I was at a venue in Hawaii. The smells, the sounds, even the tastes. It all felt so authentic and amazing. And while last night might have been media night, today through Sunday is all for you. That's right, you too can experience all of these amazing products and flavors right here in good old New York City. Now, I have to say, the event overall was one of the best I've been to in a long time. And parts of it actually reminded me a little bit of the event I went to for Purina last month, where I made a similar statement that it was a really well done event. Everything about the Aloha Market, it was well organized, themed properly, and the vendors, oh my God, these people were just the kindest, most engaging folks. Of course they were. They were all from Hawaii. Hawaiians tend to be a very kind, colorful, passionate, embracing, and engaging culture. They are a very special set of people, to say the least. Now, as an example, I was talking to this guy from Maui Chili Oil. Yes, it is in fact so awesome you have to say chili twice. Now, I had asked about the Maui fires and the relief efforts to help not only the humans, but also pets through Maui Humane. Now, he, just like the folks at High Spice, Maui Crisps, and a few others, were so touched that I had specifically asked about the recovery efforts and what was happening with the animals who were made homeless and things like that. So, this guy from Maui Chili spent time tracking me down at this event just to hand me this to say thank you for asking about Maui. This is a tri-pack of Maui Chili Oil's products, which I'll get into in a second. Then my conversation with High Spice was so similar. Same for Maui Crisps. Every single person was genuinely touched that I asked. Now, on your screen, you're seeing a list of all of the vendors who are at or represented by Mana Up at this event. So, as a matter of fact, every single one of these people was genuinely touched that I had asked about Maui. And even one of the folks at High Spice volunteers for Maui Humane, so they were especially grateful as well. Now, I do know a number of vendors at this event were impacted by the fires, and some of them are even helping out Maui Humane and a few other organizations in need of relief. All right, so let's talk product and overall impression. The Maui Chili Oil. Amazing stuff. Packs a good punch, but with exactly the right flavors. High Spice? Oh my God. Their flavor profiles will literally blow the doors off your palate. Stunning stuff. I mean, there was one oil, or one that he had shown me, it was pineapple. And they actually used the entire pineapple. Not just juice, not just extract. And you could taste the pulp. It was stunningly beautiful. Now, Maui Crisps, subtle start to a beautiful flavor adventure that just begs you to have more. Ohana Nui cookies, phenomenal. And the guy's a New Yorker, which made it even better, who moved to Hawaii, and all he wants to do is save the turtles. I mean, this kind of stuff, all of these vendors, all of them are really interesting characters and just have such a beautiful personality and amazing product. I mean, really amazing. Hobbs Tea, wow. I mean, really clean, really nice, beautiful flavors. Folks, you must go to this event. It is just amazing, and it's such a wonderful experience. Now, I have to give a shout out and congratulations to my friends from Mana Up Hawaii, Courtney, Brittany, Lindsay, and of course, their publicist, Marla Chimini, who introduced me to the organization. To learn more about this amazing organization and the Aloha Market, which will be open all weekend at Shopify SoHo space on Green Street, head over to the URL on your screen. Last point of this, check this out. This was the goodie bag, okay? You guys know I love goodie bags, but I mean, this thing is packed. And of course, you know, what a Hawaiian event would be without Mauna Loa. Huh? So, brilliant stuff. Amazing event. Go check it out today. Earlier this week, I teased that I would be talking about the new adoption platform from the folks at Pet Place. Now, I had the pleasure of interviewing Samantha Watson, or Sam as she likes to be called, the president of Pet Place, a couple of weeks ago. Talk about a very smart, passionate, engaging, and determined woman. Not only did we have a brilliant conversation, but it left me thinking about just how amazing Pet Place really is. And the best example of why I had that sentiment is their latest innovation, the new adoption features at petplace.com. Now, I started the interview with Sam talking about what led to the historic return rate trend that took place right after the pandemic at shelters and rescues across the country. The human condition. Check this out.
You know, we focus so much effort and intent on the animals themselves. And of course, it's a huge proponent of why we do what we do. But unless we recognize and can work to change and adjust and manage the human behavior that goes along with this, where you're on a hiding to nothing. You're not really going to change the patterns of behavior. And our fundamental thesis is super simple. We believe that if you make it easy, humans will do it. We are inherently lazy species, right? If you get a moment of friction in front of you, 80% of the population will try to move around it or just decide, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to go elsewhere. And you see that played out in diet fads, in moving and selling at home, in changing jobs. It's repetitive human behavior. It's proven out over time. And the exact same thing exists when you come to, you want a pet. Most of us love animals. And you want a pet, and in today's world, when you go to try to adopt one, it's far, far harder than it should be. And because we're kind of inherently lazy, focused on immediacy of want and need, most pet parents will hit that bit of friction and go, do you know what? Maybe I don't want a pet. Or do you know what? I do want a pet, but now I'm going to go and put $5,000 in the pocket of a commercial breeder and I'll buy one.
Or a backyard breeder, even worse.
Exactly. And the cycle persists. So for us, the mission with Pet Place Adopt and Pet Place overall is really simple. We believe we have the scale of the adoption network. We believe we have the skill, and we believe we have the vision to make pet parenting life easy at every single step, starting with, how do you get a pet?
Yes, Samantha is 100% correct. I agree with her completely on this issue, and you all know that since you've heard me discuss this before. Now, what I found most profound and beautiful about that interview was this.
How do you get the right pet? And try to discourage this. I have to go and have a puppy that is a particular breed and size and scale and in this particular setup for me, and actually start to educate and raise awareness of there's plenty of animals that you're going to be really, really happy with, and actually are probably a far better fit for you as a human. And we can help educate and explain that. way early.
So Pet Place has a lot going on, and it's all pawsome. I mean, let me just take a second. Folks, when you have an organization or a company like these guys who go out of their way to help the voiceless, it is a beautiful thing. But when they actually put their money, where their mouth is, that's a whole other ball of wax. And these guys are really pushing this out in a very cool and heavy way. As a matter of fact, they've launched this new initiative just in time for National Adopt a Shelter Pet Day on April 30. Now, brilliant strategy, especially in the face of what we're seeing across the nation right now in terms of adoption levels. We keep talking about how the euthanization rate keeps going up because there just are not enough people adopting right now. And inflation has a lot to do with that, cost of goods, cost of living everywhere, those kinds of things. And now we're running into puppy and kitten season. So a platform like this is even more important today than it was even yesterday. Now, what I find most interesting about Pet Place is how they're integrating all of their services across their platform to help homeless pets find their new, loving, and forever home. Brilliant stuff. And honestly, I am so proud of Pet Place. I can't wait to see what they do next. I am so confident in this platform. Tune in at the end of the episode for our adoption special to see something a little different. On the teaser episode the other day, I also mentioned a new suitcase that was sent to me to review. Now, obviously, that wasn't for Pet Lifestyles Magazine. It was for our sister publication, New York Lifestyles Magazine. Now, of course, I was presented with the usual options for this innovative piece of travel gear. Folks, it is a beautifully constructed piece of luggage that has legs on it so that it's horizontal instead of vertical because, frankly, anybody who is a business traveler or a traveler with a pet or a child knows, man, going through a suitcase vertically, trying to find something is such a pain in the neck. But with these legs, that actually adds a lot of options for you, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So, the usual visuals or the usual options are airports with children, business travel, that kind of thing. Well, you folks know me. I always have to push the boundaries for our readers and viewers. So I came up with something a little different. Think about this. When you travel with a pet, regardless of their age, there are always supplies that you need to take with you. Now think about this. A puppy requires wee-wee pads, wipes, toys, treats, training tools, and so much more. And of course, their food. Now with an adult dog, you're usually traveling with toys, wipes, leash or harness, food, treats, and more. So why not take advantage of such a cool innovation to help your travels with your forever one? After all, isn't it easier to open a suitcase like this on legs than to do it so as it stands vertically? Especially when you're looking for those doggy vitamins. It literally is just like you're traveling with children. Just a little furrier, right? I gotta say, I get pitched and sent a lot of innovative products. This one really stood out because it is so well constructed. It's not cheap. It's not cheesy. It is a beautifully designed piece of luggage. And the innovation in the legs is just a grand slam. So congratulations, guys, at Props. I absolutely love this. Rob Wheat, who introduced me to them, thank you. I appreciate it. And we'll certainly discuss it more in New York Lifestyles Magazine later on this year. All right, welcome to Furry Friday. This is the part of the episode where we talk about adoptables and the shelter or rescue they came from. Now, remember I was talking about a little surprise and doing something a little different. To celebrate the new adoption platform on petplace.com, I thought we would use their adoption engine to find our adoptables this week. Check this out. First up is Coda, an ASPCA dog. Coda is an adult pit mix who was just brought into the A. So they don't know a lot about Coda yet. But I wanted you to see for yourself just how real time this incredible platform is. I mean, I think from what I can surmise that Coda was just brought into the ASPCA this week. Now, to learn more, go to petplace.com and, of course, head to their adoption section where you can find Coda in New York. Next up is Luna, an adult female Korean Jindo mix from Korean Canine Rescue. Again, right on the Pet Place platform. She's about 3 years old, weighing in at 42 pounds. She has proven to be a total pro at potty training, loves her crate, and is most comfortable with another dog in the home. In addition to having a canine sibling, Luna would do best with a patient adopter who lives in a quiet neighborhood outside of New York City and can work with her on building trust and confidence. You know, I have to tell you guys, Pet Place's platform is the stuff dreams are truly made of, especially for these pets. All of the information you need and want is right there. It's incredibly intuitive and just an overall amazing tool for anyone to find their new forever friend. I've gone through a lot of adoption platforms. I've been asked to review them. I've been asked to assess them. I've helped to build some of them. This one, definite grand slam. Congratulations, Pet Place. Great job. Can't wait to see what comes next. All right, welcome to this week's TGIFurry. This is the part of the episode where we show you a few memes we've found throughout the week to hopefully end the episode on a smile or with a laugh. And hopefully we have done just that. All right, folks, I'm out of time. Stay pawsome, peeps. We'll see you next Friday.